last client. All right. Um, I came across something. Uh, I came across something recently, and it gave me an eye opener about how I go about things, um, how things are placed and put in perspective for me. Okay. I just had somebody who I thought was um, a friend. Well, I wouldn't even consider a friend, okay? But a person that I talk to on a regular, because I'm very intentional when I call people friend. Um, and I noticed that this person um, was just a little odd lately. But recently we had a falling out, and it didn't come out as if I did anything to this person. The reason why this person started yelling at me, it became a yelling thing. And I don't want people to be like, oh well, maybe, thinking that just because somebody started yelling, like they don't have a right, or just because someone's yelling that they're showing off that toxic energy. That's not always the case. That is not always the case. I know sometimes some people just will have an outlash or outburst because they've been telling you over and over and over and over. And I'm one of those people. I have been working even on myself to be more vocal about certain things that people, you would think people would with any kind of sense would normally do. But you start seeing that most of the population don't have it, okay? And sometimes you will have an outburst, especially if you explain something to someone and you've done it over and over and over again, and they don't work on it. And they say, okay, well, this is not. And you go to how things were or how things are. And it will make you have an outburst. Okay, I'm not saying that, okay, because I've seen both sides and I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've seen it where I've had outbursts and I look like I'm just going nuts. People were like, well, what's wrong with her? It's because I've explained it over and over and over and over and over, and it doesn't get any better. Or you say, okay, I'm gonna do it, and then revert back to the same thing, you know? And so, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I had this outburst and I'm back. All right, so this is my last 2 days off before I start working at all three of my jobs. Yes, all three. Not including my businesses, not including all the other stuff. Okay? This is going to be the last month and a half is going to be one of the busiest times in my life. I am pushing the year for me, dealing with my business. It's the end of the year. I know that's the middle of the year for most people regularly, but this is the end of the year for my business. And so I was talking to one of my old coworkers, and she actually came to my house. Very rarely do I have people come to my house, but this person knows where I live. I know where she lives. We have a great relationship, okay? I truly consider her a friend, all right? And she has proven to be such and has shown the same reciprocity, all right? So I get there, she gets there, she's talking to me. We're having a good conversation. She talks about, let's go out and get a snack before I get back to go and work on my dress. Y'all, if y'all don't know, I'm working on my pageant dresses, my outfits and things like that, because I don't have all that doggone money. Okay? I don't have that much money, and I don't have 12,000 million gajillion sponsors, all right? I just don't. Okay? And so y'all, we're going to go, have our time, do what we need to do, right? All of a sudden we see one of another person that, we consider a very close ally. And we see her, and she's like telling me congratulations. I hadn't even seen her. I didn't even know that she knew what I was planning on doing in pageantry, all right? So she gets there, she begins to talk, and we're saying, which they're like, well, where are you going? I tell her where we're going, right? She says, okay, I'm going to. Why don't y'all, matter of fact, y'all, I want to go, y'all want to go eat? Come to my job. Now, she works somewhere where you can eat, all right? Not gonna tell you where she work at, but she works at a place where you can eat. And so we're like, okay, you know, that's something very convenient. We can stop, go, we can have a little chat and just go on about our day, right? And so as we get in there, that person is clocking in. We're like, okay, you could have, if you clocking in, we need to come in another time when it's on your break. We thought you still had some time. They're like, oh no, you know, I'm the manager, blah, 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 whatever. So we're like, okay, we're going to have a little bit of time and then we're going to get up and we're going to move around, right? All right. So this is when it started getting deep. So the friend who we all know, we all used to work together, she begins talking about how she's so happy about the progress that I made and the things that I overcame, and you know, and I'm saying, great for you, like, thank you so much. I started talking about her accomplishments because she had some milestones herself that she had overcame, and she's doing a lot for herself as far as her self-development and building up things for her family. All right, so we're like, you go girl, you know, boosting each other up. Love being around this person because this is the hype person. If you feel like you're gonna struggle, they're gonna pick you up. And I do the same thing with her, and she loves that for me. Like, so I love the energy. She loves my energy. Okay, it's just a real good feeling when you're around people who get it, and you really trying to hit hard in the paint, and they get it. Okay, they get it. Okay, and so out of nowhere, we're talking about the other lady's accomplishments, not mine. Out of nowhere, the other person whose job it is that told us to come over there, you know, slams my beverage on the counter and says, why do you keep doing that? You think you're all that, and you know, it doesn't even take all that. You just act like you are better than everybody, like you're above everybody. I'm looking like, why would she say that about you? I'm thinking she's saying that about the other person that I was just hyping up. No, that person was talking about me. Was talking about me, y'all. And I'm like, what did I ever do? Like, you came to my house. You invited both of us out to go celebrate on what I was doing. You didn't even know everything about what she was doing. You know, you took it upon yourself to invite yourself in the situation. If you felt that way and you thought that I was doing too much, why would you add yourself into the equation, y'all? Why? You know, if that was the case, I could have just moved around and went somewhere else. We could have both went somewhere else because we was not planning on going over there, you know. You made that suggestion. You're like, oh, so we can all sit down. And it was just crazy. And I was just like, what did I do? I went into that spasm, like, okay, trying to be a fixer-upper. What do I do? And I caught myself and I said, you know what? Nah. Even before I even caught myself, the other friend that I was hyping up and she was hyping me up said, oh no, we're not doing this. Got in the middle and thumbed kudos to her because I was already reverting back to my old self. She was telling me, don't you do that. Don't you be small for nobody. Don't you be small for nobody, because these people will do this every single time. And it's like, why? All right? Why, y'all? I'm telling y'all, why? And so that's what I learned about friends, okay? You don't lose friends. You know, I felt at first, I was like, dang, I lost another friend today. But I did not lose a friend, okay? I found out what that person really felt about me, because what I felt and what I thought she felt about me was not the same, okay? What she felt deep down inside of her was something that she always felt about me. I never felt like I was above anybody. I never felt like I was below anybody. I just thought everybody was equal and we all had the same love for each other. But it showed. It brewed up and it showed. It showed, y'all. It showed. Okay? And so that's why I say you don't lose. You do not lose friends. When you get older, you're thinking like, oh, I lost friends. No, you didn't. Most of those people that were around you only like the version that they had around you. They didn't want to see your growth. A real friend is going to see your growth. They're going to want to see your growth, even if they're not growing during that time. Even if they're not going, there's been a lot of times when my life has been sucky. Sucky bomb sucky, all right? And I still was kind to my people who I thought was, you know, or people who are my friends currently now, and they had great things going on for their life, and I was able to support them and uplift them and all of that and put my things to the side. There are a lot of people who can't do that, and I'm not saying not take care of your business. I'm definitely not saying that. What I'm saying is that I was able to see something bigger than myself. See something bigger than myself at this time. A lot of people cannot do that. A lot of people are only your friend when you are playing yourself small. They are only your friend when you're almost there, when you're just getting there. They are only your friend when they can tell everybody what they've done for you. All right? Or when they feel like you need so much help. You're no longer their friend when you can do it on your own. Some people, that's how you find out what a real friendship is. Okay? People talk about when people leave you when you don't have anything to give to them. But you also see from another perspective of who's your friend, if you're able to give to them, or seeing if are they okay when it's time for you to succeed and you to have a happy moment and a true happy moment without their help. Okay? Without them. And so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. That's exactly, it is packed. Y'all, we're gonna go another route. Y'all, I'm gonna have to turn in another route because that line is long. But yeah, that's just how it is. That's just how some of these things go. That's how some of these things go. Oh, you know what? Let me go this way. I know exactly where I'm going. That's how it goes for some people. You don't, like I said, at that time I felt a relief because there was always, and not only that, I started noticing more about how I felt on the inside when I was around certain people. Certain people only want to use you and keep you low. That person will always, one of the things that they wanted to do was go out and club every single time. Go out, club, party. Baby, I done partied enough for everybody. And I literally tell people that, like, it has to have some kind of meaning in order for me to be doing this. Like, there's life after partying. Oh, shoot. Come on. There's life after partying. You have to have something else to go on, I'm still in school. I'm going to have a couple of years in school because of doing this. And so, he said gravity doesn't like it. I'm weak. And so I'm going to have a lot of time doing what I do. Okay? I'm going to have a lot of time doing what I do. Okay? And so when you get to a certain level and you're working on yourself and you start seeing people just dip on off, they stop calling. They stop answering the phone. They was answering the phone when you was struggling. When you was saying, oh, I almost got it. I was almost there. And they say, keep on working. You gonna get it. Oh, you the queen. You this, you that. Wait till when you start putting that work and you start applying and you start getting better. Do not get knocked down when they start disappearing. Don't get scared. Don't get scared or sad. When they stop answering that phone, or when they start acting funny, when they start oh shoot, y'all, when they start giving distance, they start talking about you. They be hanging around the people, and let me tell you, I've seen this more than often. They hanging around the people that you didn't even get along with. Y'all both didn't get along with. Y'all, I'm telling you, do not be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I had somebody who acted as if they was the coolest person with me They like me, acting like they was defending me, was screaming at the top of their lungs. You would think that they was going to bat for me. And that energy still fell off. And I'm glad that I took that time to take some deep breaths and just give myself some distance. Because guess what happened? That was the same person when I started doing better. They went right to the person that they had snapped on for me to go and talk about me. So, all right. That's the kind of vibes you gonna get with people that are around you after you, when you start healing yourself, you start working on yourself, you become better. All right. You will even see some traits of yourself that you dealt with that, or that you was the person that was doing that. Okay. I seen some stuff about myself years ago, how I was just reflecting on it. Like, okay, years ago, I would literally just, like, dang, that's kind of wild, and just not say anything. Like, okay, well, that's their perspective. Now they're with that person, and not understanding that's a whole betrayal. Because I just grew up, for the most part, taking what is in front of me. Okay? And accepting what is in front of me, but you putting out your best. You giving out your best to them, or being a loyal friend to them, and being, genuine to them. If somebody said something behind their back, even if you didn't, even if y'all didn't even rock with each other too real hard, you still ain't gonna go and say nothing bad about that person. Okay? That's the kind of integrity that you really had. But I started noticing when I got rid of that person, I saw their true colors. I started seeing what integrity really means, not only with yourself, but who the people that you pick, the people that you choose to be a part of your life. Do they have the same integrity? Do they have that same intention? Do they have the same values and the same beliefs that you have? And if they don't, why you need to keep them out of your life? Okay? Because they're not gonna they're not gonna be on the up and up on every time when it's time to act right. Okay? They're not gonna act on the up and up. No. And you really tried to play yourself. Yeah, but they don't act like they're on the up and up. And when I say they don't act like they're on the up and up, they don't. They feel like they have to crush anybody. Once they get up, they got to crush the competition. They got to crush the competition that's not the competition. Instead of just being who they are and building things around them. Okay? When I learned this, I was able to release, because if if you came from a spirit of lack, or you've been around people who have been in the arena of lack, you're going to start acting that way. You're going to start keeping people. Well, I might as well keep this person, or I might as well keep this person or this person around, because even though they show me this, at least they have this they balance off this way. And, you got to take the good with the bad. Now, understanding that once you remove those people out of the way, God will be able to send you right people that accommodate what you're trying to get. I didn't even get that. I did not get that until the other day, when this all started tripping off and this all started happening, y'all. It changed my whole life. It changed how I react to people, how I respond to people, how I come out into the world, how I present myself. All of that. Okay? So don't get mad. Like I said, don't get upset. You might feel like you want to cry in the moment if you feel like it, but thank God in a process, because he's releasing all that toxic, karmic, nasty energy that's been soaking around you, so that you can get something better. Okay? So that you can get something better. All right? God says, I know the plans for you, plans to prosper and not harm you, give you hope for a future. He's not going to put you into some bull crap or some mess, or keep you around people who really don't rock with you like that. And I don't give a care if it's your whole family. He'll pull you on out. And if you think I'm playing, think about how he did Joseph. His whole family was against, whole family. When he told his dreams and stuff, they was not rocking with him. They thought he was nuts. They thought he was braggadocious. Who do you think you are kind of dude? See what I'm saying? But God took him out of there and put him around strangers and built him up. He put him around people who really got him. It was other people who didn't get him, but it was most of them people got him. Even the people who didn't want to get him got him. All right? So you got to remember that you do not lose friends. You do not lose friends. Okay? When you get older, you do not lose friends unless they go in the grave. All right? And even then, their spirit is with you. If they was really your friend, you will know their spirit will be with you. You can feel the essence. You can feel it. All right? So, on that note, I'm going to get out of here. All right? Y'all have a good one. Be safe.